The following presentation may contain too many cat jokes. Viewer discretion is advised. This presentation is rated CJ, Cat Jokes. Parental guidance suggested.
Mein Hut, der hat 3 Ecken. 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat nicht 3 Ecken, dann ist es nicht mein Hut.
Welp, it's time for another Opa's Corner. So, let's get started. A farmer named Rick had a car accident. In court, the trucking company's lawyer was questioning Rick. "Didn't you say to the highway patrol officer after the accident, 'I'm fine'?" Rick responded, "Well, I'll tell you what happened. I just loaded my favorite mule, Bessie, into the—" "I didn't ask you for details. Just answer the question. Did you not say at the scene of the accident, 'I'm fine'?" "Well, I just got Bessie into the trailer and I was driving down the road." The lawyer interrupted again and said, "Judge, I'm trying to establish the fact that at the scene of the accident, this man told the highway patrol officer that he was just fine. Now, several weeks after the accident, he's trying to sue my client. I believe he's a fraud. Please tell him to simply answer the question." By this time, the judge was fairly interested in Rick's answer and said to the lawyer, "I'd like to hear what he has to say about his favorite mule, Bessie." Rick thanked the judge and proceeded. "Well, as I was saying, I had just loaded Bessie, my favorite mule, into the trailer and was driving down the highway when this huge semi-truck and trailer ran the stop sign and smacked my truck right in the side. I was thrown into one ditch and Bessie was thrown into the other. I was hurting real bad and didn't want to move. However, I could hear old Bessie moaning and groaning. I knew she was in terrible shape just by her groans. When the highway patrol officer came on the scene, he could hear Bessie moaning and groaning, so he went over to her. After he looked at her and saw her near fatal condition, he took out his rifle and he shot her between the eyes. Then the patrol officer came across the road, rifle still in hand, and he looked at me and he said, 'How are you feeling?' Now, what the heck would you say?" Three elderly brothers were living with each other. One 96-year-old, one 94, and one 92. One night, the 96-year-old draws a bath, puts his foot in and pauses, and yells down the stairs, "Was I getting in or getting out of the bath?" The 94-year-old yells back, "I don't know. I'll come up and see." He starts up the stairs and pauses. Then he yells, "Was I going up the stairs or coming down?" The 92-year-old was sitting at the kitchen table having coffee, listening to his brothers. He shakes his head and says, "I sure hope I'll never get that forgetful." He knocks on wood for good luck, and then he yells, "I'll come up and help both of you as soon as I see who's at the door." Two broken, hungry friends, Dave and John, go to a pastry shop. Dave suddenly whisks 3 cookies into his pocket with lightning speed. The baker doesn't notice. He says to John, "See how clever I am? You'll never beat that." John replies, "Oh yeah? Watch this." He says to the baker, "Give me a cookie and I'll show you a magic trick." The baker hands him a cookie, which he promptly eats. Then he says to the baker, "Give me another cookie for my magic trick." The baker gets suspicious, but gives him another. He eats that one too. Then he says, "Give me one more cookie." The baker is getting angry now, but gives him one anyway. He eats that one too. Now the baker is really mad and yells, "And where is your magic trick?" John points at Dave and says, "In that guy's pocket." An Uber passenger tapped the driver on the shoulder to ask him a question. The driver screamed, lost control of the car, nearly hit a bus, went up on the footpath, and stopped inches from a shop window. For a second, everything went quiet in the cab, and then the driver said, "Look, man, don't ever do that again. You scared the daylights out of me." The passenger apologized and said, "I didn't realize that a little tap would scare you so much." The driver replied, "I'm sorry. It's not really your fault. Today is my first day as an Uber driver. I've been driving a hearse for the last 25 years. John lives his life by statistics and is afraid to fly. One day his friend Bill asks him, "Why do you have this irrational fear of flying?" "Irrational? Not at all. I merely calculated the odds of a bomb being placed on a plane, and it's much too high for my comfort." A few days later, Bill boarded a flight only to find John sitting in the seat next to him. What happened? Had the odds changed? No, the odds of a bomb being on a plane haven't changed, but I calculated the odds of 2 bombs being on a plane, and I found that those odds are much more acceptable. So now, I just bring my own. A guy and his blonde girlfriend went to a football game. They had great seats right behind the team's bench. After the game, he asked her how she liked the experience. "Oh, I really liked it, especially the tight pants and all the big muscles. But I just couldn't understand why they were killing each other over 25 cents. Dumbfounded, the boyfriend asked, "What do you mean?" "Well, they flipped a coin, one team got it, and then for the rest of the game, they kept screaming, 'Get the quarterback, get the quarterback.' I'm like, hello, it's only 25 cents. A man's wife was turning 32 the next week. He told her not to get her hopes up for her birthday. "After all, the celebration's only going to last a half a minute." "What are you talking about?" "It's your 32nd birthday." And now for the funnies. Bad news, soldier. You're being transferred to a MASH unit. Dude, best tattoo ever. In this piece, Muffy uses broad, vigorous strokes in a passionate expression of feline angst. You ever wonder what pets are thinking? Ball, 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 ball. Tonight it all goes down. I will take them in their sleep. Oh, yes. Unless I sleep through it all again. I don't like the look of this. Scuba gear. Police sketch artist. Chinese handcuffs. Houdini's final undoing. Pay attention to the fingers. Where do you put the quarter? When I said never bring a knife to a gunfight, I figured the spoon and fork were also implied. Dog endorsements. Like a lot of dogs, I often have problems finding thrown objects in high grass. That's why I use the new Acme Stick Be Found. Cat CrossFit. We're going to do 30 counter jumps, 40 curtain climbs, and 50 litter box squats. Metrobank. I know that's important to you, but we'll need something else for collateral. Rest assured, sir, this plane is perfectly safe. The airline only uses duct tape of the highest quality. What I did on my summer vacation. First, the bad news. Someone stole your catalytic converter. At the Cat Olympics. What enthusiasm! He's really going to town. That is a gold medal buttlick, Bob. I told you the tattoos would pay off. Best Buy 1017. Best Buy 910. Dachshund drop. You must be this long to ride. Sorry, kid. Pizza. You're here already? Let me grab my wallet. I'll just be an hour. When you said the cat was hacking down here, I assumed you meant a hairball. Rock, paper, scissors. That evening, With her blinds pulled, Mary had 3 helpings of corn, 2 baked potatoes, extra bread, and a little lamb. Border Collie. Donna's new commuter coat assured that she would get plenty of space on the subway. To women. Oh, you got a haircut. That's so cute. Do you think so? I wasn't too sure. When she gave me the mirror, it's not too fluffy. It's perfect. I love to get my hair cut like that, but my face is too wide. I'm stuck with this. Are you serious? Your face is adorable. You could easily get one of those layered cuts. I was going to do that, but my neck is way too long. Oh, that's funny. I'd love to have your neck. Better than my football player shoulders. I would love to have your shoulders. Everything drapes so well on you. Look at my short arms. If I had your shoulders, I could get clothes to fit me better. 2 men. Haircut? Yeah. Lesser known than hunters and gatherers, but just as vital to prehistoric survival, meat tenderizers. Our band is called Paper. We'll be covering some rock for you this evening. I fired all the help. The farm's fully automated now. Old MacDonald had a farm, A-I-A-I-O. I see the problem. Your guitar is out of tuna. This home is protected by feline security. I have 9 lives. You have 1. Do the math. And that concludes Opa's Corner for this week.
Mein Hut, der hat 3 Ecken. 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat nicht 3 Ecken, dann ist es nicht mein Hut.
Opa's Corner is now available on my own YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe.